Hey, good morning. This is my 1967 F-250 four-wheel drive highboy for sale. If you found this video on YouTube and you want more information about this truck, you can look up my Craigslist posting under the Boise, Idaho Craigslist. This is just a short video. I want to go through about some of the details about it. It's nice to have a little video visual with it. I'll start with the outside. As you can see with general walk around, it's in really good shape. For being 50 years old, I think it's really good shape actually. Really no rust issues to speak of. Has a few little dings here and there. This truck has spent most of its life here in southern Idaho. It's kind of a high desert, arid climate, not a lot of moisture, so really no rust issues. The grill is in just absolutely perfect shape. Usually you find a lot of dings along the edge there. Just nothing on there. I'm going to show you one rust spot. That's the battery tray right there. That's pretty typical. Not a huge deal in my opinion. Truck has just perfect, beautiful faded blue patina. I kind of like that. The truck does have a few little dings, a few little dimples like right here. I don't know if you can see that. Just, you know, if you look carefully, you'll find a few of those here and there. Original wheels with stainless steel hubcaps. Tires are great shape, 7,300 miles. Load range E, stock size. The only other rust issue on this truck is right there underneath the cab. The other side is in fantastic shape. That's it. That's as far as rust on the whole truck itself. Typically on these trucks you'll find rust starting in the seam right here. This truck has almost none of that. Just a little tiny bit starting, but it really hasn't sunk in yet. This truck has all the original trim. You can see all the nice chrome on it. Has a heavy-duty steel bumper here in the back with a 2-inch receiver. It is a strong enough bumper to accommodate a load leveling hitch for a trailer. We pull our 23-footer to the camper or to the hills all the time. Trailer hookups with modern electrical trailer brakes. They work great. The bed is in used condition. Nothing heavy's been dropped on it. It does have a few dings on the fender wells. Tailgate's nice and straight. Tailgate does have a couple little dimples along the leading edge. Nothing major. Rails all nice and straight. I'm going to show the interior now. That's my favorite part. I'm going to turn the truck around just to get some sunlight on it, I think. This interior was, I spent a lot of time and money on this thing. It's by LMC Truck. I think I'm one of their favorite customers when I did this interior. I got about probably $1,700 wrapped up in this. As you can see, it just looks really good. Air conditioning. Check out those round gauges. Those are kind of rare. You can find those in the F500, F600 trucks. I couldn't resist. Everything works on the gauges except for the tach. That's a cable-driven tach. It has to be converted over to electric. Just haven't got to it yet. Nice dash, plastic dash. The dash does have a few little warps in it. I think it's from the sun, or maybe I didn't glue it down quite right. It's the only thing on the interior that didn't quite turn out right. Original radio. Air conditioning. Got some gauges right there. Radio does not work, it's there for show. What does work well is the overhead sound system headliner, surround sound speakers, old school gun racks. Check out that bench seat if you can see it. Great shape. Original lap seat belts here. I went through the doors, replaced all the window seals. The paint on this is Harbor Blue. It's the original color blue that came off the factory with. There's a company in California that matched up the paint for me, and I stripped everything out, painted it that original Harbor Blue I kind of liked. Steering wheel's in nice shape. That was a little hard, but shuts nice and straight and true, nice and solid. New door seals and everything. I'll go around to this side here. Yeah, I put new door seals on everything. Yeah, same with the door, or the one. Yeah. Bench sheet's real nice. Floor mat has plenty of sound deadening material and insulation in there. Nice and clean on the inside. Let me give you a little tour of the engine bay here. I did a performance rebuild on this engine about 3 years ago. It's a 300 cubic inch 6-cylinder. And it's no slouch either. It's a pretty strongly built motor. I won't go into details about it right now. A lot of those details on my Craigslist posting, but it produces a really good power band between 1500 and 2500 RPM. Really likes that torque band a lot. I restored it for a daily driver, fuel economy, and power when I need it. It's not a high revving motor. I don't think I've revved it over 3500, but produces really good consistent power between 15 and 2500 RPMs. Just nice usable power right where you need it. So it's got about 7,300 miles on it. Air conditioning is all there. It's complete thanks to Classic Auto Air. A couple of used parts like the York compressors in great shape, as well as the evaporator in the cab. It was working for a short time last late summer. It did develop a leak in one of the hose fittings. I replaced the hose fitting, or I replaced the whole hose and fittings. I have not charged the system yet. It takes 134A. You'll have to do that. I haven't done that because it's still February. The condenser right there, along with an electric fan to aid in cooling. Really just good shape right there. So fantastic running engine. I couldn't be happier with it for the kind of power I need for my use. It's hard to compare it with a V8 because it makes its power different, kind of lower on the RPM scale. But I think my butt dyno says it pulls just as good as any stock FE block motor, 360, 390. And you have better usable torque down low right where you need it. So new battery a month ago. So just nice and clean in this engine compartment. That 4-barrel 500 CFM carburetor just does a really good job. It's a really good match. Head's been ported inside so it flows air in and out real well. It's a single 2.5 inch exhaust. That's a heavy duty manifold. They're kind of rare. Seems to be plenty for the application I have. You might be able to pick up some horses if you put dual exhaust on. So let's start up the motor here. Most 6-cylinders sound kind of wheezy. This one actually sounds pretty good, deep and mellow. I think the porting of the head did something with that. E-brake works. Nice oil pressure and low idle. Temperature likes to hang around 170, 180 degrees. Audio always sucks on a camera, but it sounds low and mellow, not too loud. I experimented with a couple of different mufflers. Never did like the sound of 6-cylinders, but this one sounds awesome. It's the best I've ever heard. Sounds low and mellow, not wheezy like you'd typically expect from a 6-cylinder. That's it. Before I'm out of time, once again, if you want to look at my stuff, you can find me